If we hit 5 for 5, we get to choose a prize from the top row.
This is like my fitness tracker, right?
Mm-hmm.
It tells me how many days I've exercised. And so, like, if I exercise 7 days in a row, like in a week, it says you've exercised 7 out of 5 days.
Wow, that's some great software right there.
Yeah.
That's some great software.
Right. Right. Because you're
Yep.
supposed to exercise 5.
Yeah. All right. So yesterday, Microsoft, Paul, shipped Windows Insider Build 18922.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really have a lot of stuff in there, but a Twitter account called The Book Is Closed, whatever, uncovered the new Cortana app. Remember, we've been hearing about for a while. They were going to separate search and Cortana and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Paul, if you had to think about how Microsoft would build this app, do you think they would use UWP, Win32? What do you think they use?
That's hilarious. Oh, you mean the actual technology used?
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Let me think. Is it what's that? Is it Electron?
No, it's Win32. They did not use
It's
UWP.
Win32.
According to him, or he or she, I should say, because I don't actually know who this is. He says the new Cortana app is UWP, and by UWP I mean Win32.
That's awesome. Maybe he's just being funny because the whole UWP is dead thing, and I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, so there it is. I mean, it's just.
It looks a little bit like a phone display, doesn't it?
It does. It looks exactly like the phone display, which makes me wonder if it sort of is. But
yeah, I mean, I guess Cortana. I mean, I don't even have it on here. Never mind. I was gonna say the way it comes up, the way it comes up in Windows 10 off the search bar, previous to 1903, it is shaped, I guess, a bit like a phone display, whatever.
Yeah, so you can look at that.
Yeah, you can look at all the useless stuff that Cortana does.
Yeah, and then Raphael actually uncovered, and this is the most groundbreaking feature you'll ever hear in your life. The virtual desktops, you can now name a desktop if you want. So,
yeah, that's neat. Do those names get retained between reboots? Because if not, what are you doing?
Well,
like what? That's like naming an animal you're going to slaughter. What's the point?
I don't even think they get retained if you click out of the box yet. That's pretty early days. But yeah, for all the people who have been holding off.
One of my big complaints about the virtual desktop feature, aside from the fact that it's obviously a power user feature that only a handful of people are ever going to use, is there's no way to retain the state of these things. So if you reboot because you have an update or whatever the reason is, you come back and they're all gone. You have to you have to remake them from scratch. So I'm going to say, if they're going to let you name these things, no, that doesn't prove anything. I guess it's a quick visual representation of what it is as you kind of however you do it, Windows tab between the different environments or whatever. But it suggests naming. You'd have to name them if you're going to save them.
Yeah.
So you never know.
They'll fall into timeline. Would be the.
Yeah, that's good too.
So.
All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Anyways, that is in the 20H1. 19H2 is just still sort of that thing that is or isn't happening. Funny enough, in a previous blog post in the Yard, I have to go find out when it was. Microsoft said that they would talk about 19H2 before the end of spring.
That's right. And when is the end of spring, Brad?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow at actually, I think it's at usually like a weird time. I think technically it's like tomorrow, or maybe it's Saturday at like 2 a.m. or something. Like it's at a weird time when like the official cut is.
We're getting right up on it. If there are 90 days in a season. We're in day 89.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the last business day. It'll also be the longest day in terms of daylight for those of us in the best hemisphere, the northern one.
Okay. I just want to disavow whatever he just said. I
mean,
to our Australian friends.
We've done a pretty good job of offending them. I figured why stop here?
Oh, boy. All right.
That also means that they're going to start getting daylight back. They're stealing it from us.
Yep.
So, yeah, you win this time until December 21st.
Yeah, which is really the most terrible day of the year when you think about it.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's supposed to be right, even though it's right before the holiday. It's just right now. The sun will set tonight at my house at 9:05 p.m. Tomorrow it'll be, I think, 9:07.
Sure.
And
then when you go to December 21st, it's probably like 3:49 p.m. or 4:08 or whatever it is.
It's depressingly early.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Unlike the information we've gotten about 19H, it's got to be just bug fixes.
So the prevailing theory is it's what Mary Jo's been asking for, which is like an R2 release of H1. So maybe it's all the cumulative updates, sort of like a service pack. You just get that month's cum, and you get whatever the app updates are. Because the apps are kind of serviced separately. The question is whether they pull in a handful of 20H1 features that are kind of ready to roll, that aren't dependent on things that won't be there.
Yeah.
But this is good for me, by the way, because I have that stupid Windows 10 book that's so hard to update. And if they just gave me like a year of clear gliding time, I could actually get all up to date.
Yeah. See, maybe they're thinking of you.
Yeah, I don't think so, but that, I'll take it.
I don't think so either. But anyways, that is going on. There's not a whole lot else. Microsoft announced some new education features this morning. They're bringing AI to more things because that's basically the new
Actually, one
mandate.
thing you should look at is Huawei just put up a page where they claim to be debunking rumors. I would say they're offering a new version of facts. I mean, what they're basically saying is that they will keep products up to date, their Android products. So, and not just with security updates, but also with new Android versions. They have a long list of phones that they say are going to get Android Q, which is the next version. Now, that shouldn't be possible under this U.S. blacklisting. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but they do debunk some actual rumors, like you're not going to wake up one day and get some Huawei OS on your phone, or Android's going to uninstall itself or anything like that, or you won't be able to get apps like Facebook or WhatsApp. Anyway, if you're concerned about the Huawei stuff like I am, and especially about the future and what happens if you own a phone and will it ever be updated, it's worth taking a look at it. They claim they're going to be able to do everything normally, is what it basically boils down to. So that's good news if it's true.
The other thing we didn't touch on, which I think is a huge win for Best Buy, is that Best Buy is now going to do iPhone repairs, I think certified by Apple. So it's going to do.
So
I think it's going to be good for their foot traffic.
I have a theory about this.
Yeah.
The Apple Store was created so that people who were fans of the company or potential customers would have a place to go where they wouldn't be pushed over to the 90-something% that was the PC world, right? It was a place where everything Apple would happen, and they were bright and sunny and kind of museum-like, but whatever kind of places, was all Apple. It was like a nice selling point for the Apple brand. What's happened, though, is, and this is my opinion, I mean, this is my take on it, is because of the success of the iPhone, and because these are devices that you carry in a pocket and they're made of glass and they break all the time, Apple stores have turned into kind of the opposite of that for Apple, right? They are the place where you go to stand in line to wait for your phone to get fixed. And all of the activity that's occurring in there now is all based around that. Remember, people used to stand in line to buy new phones. Now they don't let you do that. Now you stand in line to get your phone fixed.
Yeah.
You have an appointment, they're not ready for you because they're so busy, because everyone's getting their phone fixed. It's kind of a negative thing. And so I think Apple started doing that whole town hall baloney they were talking about, and they started these education programs where people can kind of come in and learn how to, do photography or whatever. I think they're trying to turn around the Apple Store. And one of the ways you do that is to let people get their phones fixed somewhere else.
Yeah.
Best Buy is already a hellhole. Go there when there's a problem, great. Go to the Apple Store when you want to buy something, right? Great. But the problem is, like, if you're an Apple customer, and think about it, like I don't know what your situation is with Best Buys and Apple Store locations. Obviously, there are more Best Buys, but given the choice, wouldn't you go to the Apple Store every single time over Best Buy? Wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like you go to Best Buy when you don't have another choice.
Yeah. Apple Store is actually closer to me than the Best Buy. Best Buy is about 15 minutes away. Apple Store is maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I lived in Dedham, we had an Apple Store and Best Buy that were very close to me. And here, actually, they're pretty close to each other, but here as well. But they're not. It's not super convenient. It's because of the confluence of highways. It's kind of a weird little zigzag thing to get over there. But I mean, I hate both places personally. But I mean, again, as an Apple fan,
right?
Yeah. No, that was you. Oh. As I believe it was the entire hemisphere, but let's not get back to that. I just don't. I mean, I get it. I think it's important to have more places and all that, and it's good for customers and everything. But I just think that most Apple people, iPhone users, whatever, given the choice, would always want to go to the Apple Store. Yep.
If people do start going to Best Buy, that's a huge win for them because it gets people in the store. No idea if they're actually making money on this, but the likelihood of someone being in the store and just picking something up to go buy is much higher than the people.
Yeah,
not being in the
especially if
store.
they're going to do an on-site repair, maybe you just go walk around the store, And Best Buy already has a neat little kind of Apple area in most locations. So it's like a mini Apple store, kind of like what was it called? CompUSA used to do that. Remember back in the day.
Yep. You got anything else for today, Mr. Thrapp?
Nope. I got to run to the gym. I'm late. Supposed to do that before this. Actually, we're going to get a 6 out of 5 this week, Brad. If we do the podcast tomorrow, we will have recorded 6 episodes in 5 days.
Yeah,
because we did that special edition thing.
Yeah. So if you're looking for that, that's the book commentary, which will go up probably later today. And,
nice.
Yeah. To everybody else, have yourselves a wonderful Thursday. We'll be back here tomorrow, Friday, which means it is a live podcast. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can do the conversions yourself if you don't know when that is in your local time zone. I'm not going to try to do it in my head. Have yourselves a wonderful Thursday.